Welcome back to the Flix Files. My name's Roger. As you can see, I'm in a different room today. That's because we're currently packing things away because we've got a house move coming up at some point in the beginning of September, which is always a stressful time. It is for me because I have a lot of crap, but it's sort of nostalgic crap, and it's crap that only really has value to me personally. But it's crap that I don't really want to get rid of. So inevitably when I move, I need a hell of a lot of boxes. So my movie room is in a bit of disarray at the moment. So it may be that the videos that I make before the actual move will be similar to this, and I'm going to have to sit in different places. So please bear with me. But I wanted to make a quick video to talk about a new movie again. I know, gosh, something that wasn't made in the 1980s. And this is Jurassic World Rebirth, because it recently hit streaming, so I had the chance to rent it and watch it. And I felt compelled to do a quick video and talk about it. So I'm not going to go into it too much, so you don't have to worry about spoilers, but I will talk about certain key scenes, but again, nothing too spoiler heavy. I'll do what I liked about this movie first. What did I like about this movie? I liked the cast. Scarlett Johansson is front and center as a sort of black ops soldier called Zora. No, not that Zora, this Zora. And she is hired by this company guy called Krebs. No, not that Krebs, this Krebs. Because he learns of I think it's a gene or something that's unique to a certain classes of dinosaurs, that they realize if they can study it, it may help with combating heart disease. So he hires Scarlett Johansson to go into the kind of equator area of the Earth, because that's where the majority of surviving dinosaurs have now moved to, because they are dying off due to our climate and atmosphere. So it's only around the equator of the Earth that they're kind of flourishing. So he tasks Scarlett Johansson to head into this area and she has to hunt down 3 specific types of dinosaur of large species, one that's based in the sea, one on land, and one in the air. And she has to get blood samples from each of these 3 different dinosaurs. So that's kind of the basic hook that the movie is hanging on. And I always think with these Jurassic movies that it's the hardest part for the screenwriter is to come up with a premise, to get people in close proximity with the bloody dinosaurs to make it an interesting and exciting film. So that's the premise for this movie. She basically has to go with a small team and find these 3 blood samples. So we're given a series of fairly large set pieces where they're hunting down these 3 separate kinds of dinosaurs. And it's pretty good from that aspect. It's some really good action sequences. And there's one where they're all on this sort of high-powered sort of fishing boat. And they're hunting the larger dinosaur that lives in the sea, shall we say. And it does lean very heavily towards homaging Spielberg's Jaws. And I've since seen interviews with Gareth Edwards where he has said that was intentional. While they were making the movie, he was very aware of how this particular sequence in the movie has a very Jaws-like feel to it. So rather than try and steer clear of that, he thought, well, sod it, let's make a big thing of it. So there are a few things in that really make you think of Jaws. And it's a great sequence. The visual effects in the movie are absolutely superb. And there's another great scene, which is probably my most favorite scene in the movie, where the team gets separated into 2 smaller groups. And one of the groups is a family, a father, his 2 daughters, and one of his daughter's boyfriends. And they're trying to make their way through this jungle. and they come across an abandoned complex that has a kind of inflatable raft that they want to use to go down this river. And it's while they're trying to get to this raft that the T-Rex comes along and starts to attack them. And apparently this was a sequence that was originally meant to be in the first Jurassic Park movie, but for budgetary reasons, they could never film it. So it was reinserted into this film, because interestingly, the writer of this movie is David Coep, and he did the first movie. So he obviously pulled this idea out of his drawer of his writing desk and slotted it into this screenplay. But it's the best sequence in the movie. It's terrific. It's really exciting. So yes, I like the visual effects. It has some great action. Scarlett Johansson is always reliable, and she's kind of believable as a Black Ops soldier. She's got the physicality to sort of pull it off. The supporting cast are okay. One of the other team members is a doctor called Dr. Loomis. No, not that Dr. Loomis, but this Dr. Loomis. And he's kind of okay. He's sort of the part love interest, shall we say, to Scarlett Johansson, although nothing really ever comes of it. So yeah, there's a few things to like. What didn't I like? Well, as I say, the actual concept around the getting these 3 blood samples is a bit flimsy. And I thought, well, I suppose as an idea to get them in the jungle, it's better than other things it could have come up with. But it kind of takes a while to get going. I would say the first 30-40 minutes of this movie is a bit on the slow side. And you might start to think, oh, I don't really like this. But if you just stick with it a little longer, it does get better. But I think my biggest complaint with this movie is the score, is the actual music score. Now, I can't remember the name of the composer for this film, but it lacked any kind of excitement. It was a full orchestral score, and at times it did use elements of John Williams' original theme from Jurassic Park. But I've read some reviews of this movie where they said it lacked any kind of thrills or excitement or danger. And I think that the problem is in the musical score. It's got nothing to do with the images that we're seeing on the screen. It's just that the music that's underplaying the action doesn't have that dramatic punch in the right moments to really lift the movie. And to me, that was the biggest disappointment of the whole film. And I can't remember the last time I ever complained about a music score in a movie. But to me, it was quite noticeable when I watched this. So yeah, I thought that if the music was of a more exciting pitch and fitted better with the images that we see on the screen, it would really elevate the movie even more. So how would I rate it? So I want to keep this video quite short. Well, I think it's way better than the last Jurassic World movie, Jurassic World Dominion. It's better than that one. So I would say this is the best Jurassic World movie after Jurassic World, which I think came out about 10 years ago. So what have we had since then? We had Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic World Dominion. So this new one is better than those two. And for a score out of 10, I would give it a very solid 7 out of 10. I think if the music was better, and as I say, if the music accentuated the action in a more exciting way, I'd probably knocked it up to like 7.5 or maybe even an 8, no, 7.5. I think that's as high a mark as I could give it. So 7 out of 10 is my final score for this film. Will I buy it on physical media? Yes, I think I will. I think I'll get the 4K of this when it comes out, which I think is going to be the middle of September. So only about a month away. Again, the release window between things being on at the cinema, then hitting streaming and hitting physical media just gets shorter and shorter, which is great if you're a movie collector. And it's really, really good if the movie is worth buying. So there we are. That's my quick review of Jurassic World Rebirth. I think the next one that's coming up that I'm looking forward to seeing is the last Mission Impossible movie, Final Reckoning, because I loved all the others. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that, which I think comes out next Tuesday on streaming. So I'll try and do a quick review of that after I've seen it. Hopefully that'll be really good. So there we are, nice quick one today. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give me a thumbs up. And I will see you very, very soon. So bye-bye for now.